Yeah, shit feel good. Ryan, what up? It's my brother, man. Let's do this.
We've been feeling great as a thing, I must say. Even took a few losses to try to wrap my head around it. Turned out to be bosses. The young things you found. We've been feeling great as a like. I was bullshit. Hey, I was bullshit. You know, I could turn that bitch on. You ain't about to outshine me in this motherfucker. You ain't about to motherfucker upstage me in this motherfucker. What's up, Creek Creek? What's up, Craig? You know we had to bring it back where it all started, nigga. Mark there. I'm gonna show y'all where this bitch started. This bitch started from the computer. A computer and a speaker. Chrissy, tell them niggas what that shit started from. This was Granny put it all together, man. It was 5 of us. 5. What's that band? Children. We was up for it. We was putting in the system, and Granny stepped up to the plate and was like, "Come on now, let me get my grandkids." And this is what she put her. We got it back in here. 2-bedroom basement. She owned this whole thing though. We stayed over here. So let me show you. Come on, let me show you. We owned this whole thing. Look, we owned all this shit. But we stayed over here, 2 bedrooms. We was in the back, stayed in the back. And I honed my craft, I started the craft all the way. Let me see, what was it? 2001, I worked my first verse. I lied to Floss, like, bro, I be writing. I got some music. Nigga, and I ain't even had no music. I swear to God, it was just like a couple lines. But my man was like, man, that shit's sweet. Finished writing. Then I told Ernie, nigga, I write music. He said, come meet Floss. Went over there and told that nigga, bro, I got some music, bro. He was like, man, let me hear all your music. I had 1 verse. They was all wild about the 1 verse, so I had to come home the next day and write 3 verses. Like, killed them. Got back in there and I was YBI. But that shit started right here. Then after that, I went to college. Then I came home. I had nowhere to go, so bam. I went to my mama's shit on Fullerton. We put the studio there, me and Mike the guy. Mike came here, the only thing Mike did here was, we used to write, met with Floss in the basement. It was called the Dungeon. It's terrible down there right now. You don't want to see the Dungeon, it's so terrible. But yeah, man, we used to go down there and just write though. We figure out how to do this shit. Bam, then I had to go to college. Nigga stayed here. Went to college, came home, stayed with my mama on Fullerton. I'm gonna show y'all that. Come on, I'm gonna show y'all Fullerton too though. But show y'all Fullerton, we had we ain't even have a closet yet. We just had a box. Mike couldn't fit in the box. So the guy had to bring the microphone outside for the nigga. That nigga like, man, come on, man, you gotta do something. So dog, Granny was like, you can get the whole house on Euclid, bam. So from Fullerton to Euclid, I'm gonna show y'all both spots. We had recording stations in there, but we turned the whole room next into a studio, but the closet was still the booth. But then I'm gonna show y'all from Fullerton to Euclid, then we show y'all Ill Life Studio. Let's get it. When I came home from college, my mama would stand up here. I don't want to say what year it was. I don't even want to lie to you. 2003, my mom would stand up in here. So I'm like, I needed a place to stay while my place was ready, because they ain't had no place for me. I mean, as far as landlords and shit, I was like, I need a place. My grandma was in a nursing home. I'm like, Dran, I need somewhere to stay until I go back to college, if I go. Real talk. So I'm like, fuck that. I went to go stay with my mama and right here on this big motherfucker.
Fullerton Manor.
Yeah, Fullerton Manor. So I tapped in with Mike from the computer. I'm like, man, we making music. I came home from college because I'm like, it's going up with the Floss like shit. And we came here, we put the computer with the microphone in the closet, and then this is where really all started for real. So Mike them used to come here and record. I said, bro, but I'm finna get a crib. As soon as the man called me for my to come to my crib and close, my granny called like, baby, you know you can go on over there on Euclid and you can hide the place. You just gotta take care of the place. I'm like, what you mean? I can own the place? She said, yeah, but you know, you gotta do some things to the place. I said, oh yeah, I'll do whatever I gotta do to the place. So we did what we had to do to the place. And put the studio from a closet to a room now. Now we got a whole room for the studio, but then we put the booth in the closet. Now this where it really was at, like, where the closet, where Mike, nigga, where we started all. We had track machines and everything with them pictures, where you saw them pictures. Yeah, man, like I said, this is where it was, this the second. No, we went from Martindale to Fullerton to Euclid. This Euclid, but this is where the vision was starting to mold itself and scope itself. Came home from school, we was like, ain't no, hooping ain't that right now, man. LeBron got it kind of like what he want to do with this game. 6'8", big boy point. We gonna fall back and make music right quick. We can compete with that. And came here. When I came here, Mike stayed right down the street, right down past the light. He used to walk down here, bang, come down here, bro, man, get up. We had the track machine. Now we got busy. We had the microphone on the wall. It was ill, like for real. We had the booth in there. Around this time, I think Hustle and Flow was going, man. We seen Hustle and Flow put the egg cartons in the wall. We had the sound. We didn't even understand what we was doing. We just saw it look good. We came, put the booth in the closet. We put the track machines to the wall, put the microphone up, and it was just basically Ill Life Studio. And from there, we went from there to what you see today, like for where we get it in busy at. If it ain't my lab, it's Wavy Davy, you know what it is. So we get it in. It's me, Randy Roberts. I'm feeling in the way. They have my feelings in the way. But what I seen the other day, you really gotta start to evaluate that. Martindale. Went from Martindale to Fullerton to Euclid to Ill Life Studio. No, we went to college though. We went to college, and we used to record in the dorm lobby, the living room of the dorm room. We made a lot of ruckus. Niggas like, we ain't never go to class, man. All we gonna do is record. We getting this sound together, nigga.